You will learn that the will of the Conclave is absolute.
Be quiet! Ah! Refreshing. Good morning, good day, and good evening, everyone. This is Preds Wolf XX121, and where the hell have I been? Well, there's a lot of going on, so what actually happened? I'm not dead, by the way, metaphorically. I just, there's a lot of stuff going on in real life, such as, mental health, art, other projects, and all that, etc. I know that I have been absent on YouTube for a year now, and there are some good things that happened, some bad things, and somewhere in between, I guess. Let's talk about my job. So one of my family members suggested a part-time job that would help me on a financial scale, and it's Betty's a boast. There's something very special about the cafe, at least to my knowledge. So, this isn't an ordinary coffee shop, for those who already know. It was to spread awareness about neurodivergent things such as autism, Down syndrome, and other learning disabilities, as 80% of individuals with learning disabilities have not been employed worldwide as I speak. That includes autism. I was pretty curious about it last year in 2025, and I was like, maybe I should take a look at it. And during the summer, I was qualified for the job, and I worked as a barista. I worked there only things that made me admire and like the job is making the drinks. As for me, who is an artist, it looks fun in terms of mixing the coffee, tea, and other things as the colors blend in together, like a marble effect, which is neat. I like it. My job could be stressful overall. I admired this restaurant as a movement to share and spread awareness about neurodivergent acceptance. So now, moving on, let's talk about the dogs. Ever since the years, my mom and my family thought about having a new dog, since our old dog, Bruce, had sadly passed away in 2020 due to old age. He's a good boy. I miss him. So my father gave us a new dog, and her name is Ashley. Somehow Ashley's parents made love. One of them is Diesel, a male red-colored Doberman Pinscher dog, and Oreo, a black and white English bulldog. Surely a relative or a friend of my dad noticed that Diesel and Oreo have a family together. All of them are black, and one of them looks like the dad. No racial comment on that. One of them in particular is Ashley. She was adopted by my father, as he and I are bringing her to his apartment in Central Falls. As we arrived, I didn't notice that she peed on my lap. The first time she gets to know her grandpa Earl and Auntie Minerva. Ashley is my brother's dog, more like a daughter to him, despite being a pain in the ass at 8 weeks old, biting my ankles. Funny thing, as a Doberman English Bulldog mix, people thought that the first time they met her is when she was little. They thought she was a Rottweiler, which she isn't. And over a couple of years have passed, and this is where I met Winter, a Siberian Husky, Attolian Shepherd, Alaskan Malamute mix. She's my fur baby, and hold on, I might show her in a moment.
Come to Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Oh, hi. Oh, what a baby. What a baby. Oh, look at you. Winter, come. Come to Mama. Come to Mama.
She just flopped on the floor. Hold up.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, what a baby. What? You got a stuffy grin? You got a smiling face? Smiling face.
She is a bit of a troublemaker sometimes, but I still love her, as always. As Winter came into my life, she was a little similar size as Ashley, I think, when she first came here from Colorado to Rhode Island, but a bit smaller. As she grew, she was almost about the size of a German Shepherd or a coyote. Sometimes my mom nicknamed her that. She called her a little coyote, which is cute. So, let's address the woolly mammoth of the room. My mental health was absolute a couple of years ago. Firstly, I stopped making YouTube videos as often as I promised myself and my viewers. It's likely motivation, procrastination, depression, and anxiety. Just as life being, well, life, my family and I lost two of my grandmothers. One on St. Patrick's Day after leaving Rhode Island to Colorado with my father's relatives, and 3 weeks afterwards on my mother's side of the family on the 8th of April. It was like a sword to the heart to me and my family, and that was 2 years ago. Last year was a little bit of a rocky start in May. Before I got the promotion to work at Betty's and Bo's in Providence, I talked to my latest doctor as she, Mom, and I were talking about how awful my mental health is, and excuse me, the only thing that would hopefully help me was Prozac. This is an antidepressant drug that helps with lowering the levels of depression and anxiety. However, this isn't the first time I was antidepressants. Back when I was 14 years old, I was having a stressful time in my special education classroom when I first started high school at Tollgate. It's so bad that my mom has to bring me therapy for this. Firstly, I took sertraline, which was nicknamed Zoloft, and when that didn't work, or I don't know, didn't add up, I had to switch to Prozac, which is known as fluoxetine. I could barely remember anything, as this has been a while from teenhood to early adulthood. For some reasons, I kind of stopped taking the medication, and I think actually, it was really a bad idea to do that. After some time, I was put back on Prozac, and in my defense, the early stages was torture. I was dealing with side effects such as drowsiness, brain fog, nausea, body and head tremors. I swear to God, I thought it was seizures. But thank God I don't have any other records. It's rare because of serotonin syndrome, but I don't know, it just didn't happen to me. And worsening depression, anxiety, and unaliving thoughts. I know I'm not the only person on Earth who dealt with this damn situation. Despite trials and errors, I survived. I thought I was slowly passing away, but thank the stars that I'm still here. The thing is, it takes a month or two to, feeling better. I was on 20 milligrams of Prozac for a month in between May and June. I think that's what I kind of remember. I don't know. But things went south as my latest doctor upped my dose to 40 milligrams. That was too much for a young autistic adult woman like me to go through. It's so bad that my doctor had to lower my dosage from 40 to 30 in 3 months, respectively. After that, I'm back on 20 milligrams, but sometimes I have anxiety. The good news is that my depression was lowered it down for the majority of my year, but the bad news is my anxiety is still there. Like, sometimes I still get depression depending on how the situation goes or something like that, or if I have like intrusive thoughts, or if I had like an argument with somebody or something like that. It happens, I guess. I was still looking forward to taper down the medication slowly, since yes, it is boring to take Prozac, even though it mostly helps me. However, my mom suggested that I should be back on 30. When she first mentioned it, I was like, Mom, you know that I'm not ready to be back on 30 milligrams, which is understandable because of the uncertainty I have. But sometimes we have to take risk, even when we never asked to. We talked to my new doctor about it until we decided on, well, therapy. Both medication and therapy. So, I agree. Sometimes I have emotional bluntness, specifically when it comes to crying. If I watch something sad, I barely cry, like, no tears, but sometimes it's okay to let go of certain natural emotions because of if I keep masking too much, that would be really bad for me. So, I've been doing a lot of artwork for a while. The good news is that I use up all of my oil pastels and my water palettes, but I have to sell my art, not just for money earnings, but already realized that I have a crap ton of traditional art supplies at my disposal in my room so far. I even made handmade beaded bracelets and necklaces to sell my art publicly, in person. I need to get a permit to do this type of stuff, I think, according to like the laws within Warwick and Rhode Island itself. So I have been working my ass off like how Applejack work a lot with harvesting apples at her family's orchard in My Little Pony. As I was thinking about it, I did some research and search for some guidance and advice when it relates to selling art in person. So for the time being, if I manage to get to that part, I'll let y'all know in the near future. So what happens now to my channel? I must admit I had to be absent again as I don't use the channel as much as I used to since 2021. However, I'll be more active on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and Snapchat. So if anyone wants to meet me there, I'll be there, and my social media links will be linked in the description box down below. I know I apologize for my absence on YouTube, but everything is gonna be okay. So, I have to say goodbye. Good day and good night to everyone. This is Predwolf XX121, signing off.